Bob Sue, it's heartbreaking to hear what kids in our community are going through. Tonight, a brave 7th grader is sharing her experience in hopes of helping others. We're protecting her identity and her mom's to avoid any retaliation.
I was at my lunch table with my friends, and this kid threw milk and applesauce and water all over me.
That's how bad the bullying is for one middle schooler in Okaloosa County.
Pushing me around and everything. They were just making rumors, saying that they have videos of me in the bathroom and saying that I peed on someone's hoodie.
The words and wounds so deep, she tries to avoid it altogether.
I like staying home without permission a lot. I would just stay in bed a lot.
This is her mom.
First it started off at school. They would make up fake accounts and say it was her, but it wasn't her. And they would start rumors of sexual acts to body shaming to, just anything you could think of. My daughter shouldn't be getting messages at home while kids are at a football game telling her to go, oh, you're better off if you're dead.
The Florida Department of Health reports 27% of middle school girls are bullied at school, 35% when asked specifically about electronic bullying. Licensed mental health counselor Autumn McAllister says these days, kids can't escape it.
It goes into their phones, computers, they have access to it 24/7. So we've noticed that there's been that increased rise of this constant bullying, along with this increased rise of having these really specific and lethal thoughts of suicide. There's definitely a correlation there.
Our anonymous student says just this year, 2 girls at the same middle school in Northwest Florida took their own lives. One was her friend.
It hurt me, and people kept making rumors about her of how she did it and everything.
And without a strong support system, she could have been next.
You shouldn't have your daughter coming to you saying that she's wanting to end her life because it would be easier that way. Why? It's not easy. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for her. It wouldn't be easy for him. It wouldn't be easy for her brother.
That brings us to the question, what exactly is considered bullying?
Sometimes it might be, kids being kids, but sometimes it's more than just kids being kids.
Okaloosa County Superintendent Marcus Chambers gave us a copy of their code of conduct. It says bullying is defined by the state as, quote, systematically and chronically inflicting physical hurt or psychological distress, end quote. But leaders in the bullying prevention world say it's more complex than that.
A single event could be so severe or life-changing that a child's life changes off that single event. And it could also be the promise of continued threat.
Sometimes people will say, well, it's bullying, and the school might say, or the district might say, well, it's not bullying, it's still inappropriate. So sometimes there's that maybe a disagreement of what bullying is.
There is no single definition for bullying or cyberbullying in the entire world.
Regardless of the different definitions,
it needs to be reported.
That's when an investigation can start.
And you've reported it from what I understand.
Yes, ma'am. And they talked to him, but they didn't do any big things about it. They just kind of said, oh, just stop. And then that just made them more mad and coming at me even more.
It's gotta stop. Something's gotta happen. Principals, teachers, they need to take it further than just talking to a student. They need to be held accountable.
Looking specifically at Okaloosa policy, accountability for bullies looks like everything from behavioral intervention to expulsion.
I say it all the time, we don't get everything done perfectly, but we want to.
Because of this story, district leaders are taking a closer look at how the school is handling this girl's bullying. The 7th grader's bravery and courage speaking out about something so dark to bring light to others brings her mom to tears, especially thinking about the 2 young lives who didn't see a way out.
They should be sitting right here, giving the same conversation that she's given, trying to do the same thing for other kids.
Now let's break down some of the numbers. When it comes to bullying, the National Center for Educational Statistics says more girls report being bullied at school than boys, at a rate of 24% to 17%. But boys report a higher incidence of physical bullying. 46% of bullied students report telling an adult, but 41% believe it will happen again. In studio, I'm Samantha Serbin.